I'll now show you how to book flights. Click on the book flights icon. Here you'll find round trip, one way and multiple destinations come up. To start with, we'll do a simple round trip search. We'll start by booking from London to Dubai. If you put LHR, you'll see London Heathrow Airport comes up. If you want all of London airports, type LON, and similarly for the regional airports. We'll pick London all airports for this particular search. Press enter and make sure that it engages so that you'll see the whole of the airport name in the search box. Here you can use the calendar to determine your departure date. So let's say we would like to go out on the 7th of December and come and stay for 10 nights, or 10 days rather. And if you again use the tab button from here, it will automatically fill in your return date. So if you ask for 12 days, simply just put 12, tab, and it returns back the required date. For the time being, we'll stick for the 10-day search that we're after for Dubai. We'll specify the type of class we're looking to travel in, which will be economy. Again, click. I'm typing in the 3-letter code. If I wanted to, I could type in DUBAI and the system would know that it's Dubai. Again, you select it by pressing enter and ensuring your return date is also specified in the class of travel that you've asked for. You can also search via our flexible date search, which allows you to look at a varied calendar of flights. I'll just click on that for the time being, and our party size will be 2 adults and 1 child up to the age of 11. You can specify here specific airlines and specific stopovers. Again, when you select a specific airline, the calendar search will specifically only find that cheapest fare for those airlines. So used intelligently, the calendar search can be very good. To show you this working, we're going to select both fares. Again, remembering when you book a flight only, you must use the seat only fares. If you're booking inclusive tours, i.e. hotels added in, this will give you access to all of our net IT fares. And if you're booking, and you can also have an option for both, which will look at seat only and IT, as sometimes you may have a cheaper seat only than an IT fare. So we'll pick the both option for this particular scenario and we'll press search. The system now looks into the database and it looks at all possible options for that particular search, and it comes up with this calendar. You'll see that our ideal date, which was going out on the 7th, coming back on the 17th, has been selected for us. It's come up with a fare of 1160, but you can see here that on various different days, departure and return, the system comes back with different fares. And so if you are of a party of 2 adults and 1 child, if the clients were flexible and decided that they can go out on the 9th and come back on the 19th of December, they can save themselves £160. And this is where the calendar search can be quite rewarding if the clients are flexible. For the time being, we'll stick on this particular search. Now remembering, it's finding the cheapest available airline, whichever the airline it might be, on that particular area, as we haven't specified an airline that we're after. So let's just, from here, rather than booking that straight away, which you could do, we will ask to select and see more flights on that particular day. So I'm clicking on this particular button here, and the system will now go through and do a complete search and find every single available fare for that particular date. You'll find once the search redeems your results, your breakdown gives you the prices at the top here. It tells you whether it's a published or a Cap 35 fare, and on this particular occasion the fare from KLM coming back on Air France is a good published fare. Of course, generally with these published fares you get immediate ticketing deadlines, and you need to be aware of those. And if you just hover over the rules page, it will tell you that there is a last date to ticket, which is the 24th of November, which is 3 days from the current day. So it's a more restrictive fare. We also have a airline class matrix. So if you click on the airline class matrix, you can actually see all the different airlines very quickly coming up with their prices in an easy to view format. We have an airline stopover matrix as well, which again very simply details which airlines are direct, which airlines are not direct, and which ones have a stop, and you can immediately see which ones are available. You also have this flights filtering on the left hand side. So if you know specifically that you would only like Cat 35 fares because you don't want to be restricted, and you would like a direct flight, i.e. no stopovers, untick those two boxes. If you have specific airline or searches that you'd like, or even our system allows you to put departure time variations as well and layover times, you can do that. But I'm simply going to just quickly filter results based on a direct service, and you'll see that the system automatically now finds the cheapest available fares on Virgin. It's found on O class, it knows it's direct, it knows the duration, and simply if I now look over the Cat 35 rules, it tells us when the ticketing date will be. This one is 25th of November. We have a British Airways ticketing date, 25 as well, and Emirates as well, which is recent as well. I think the departure date is going on the 7th of December, which is quite soon from now. So most airlines will be asking you for quite soon ticketing deadlines. But you can scroll down here and you can see the various fares. And once again, you get an S class and an O class here on British Airways. Here it's looking at an O and an O class, and therefore that becomes cheaper. Another functionality that we have with the system, as you'll see with this British Airways search, if you click on show more flights here, it will expand the number of flights, and simply in your one view, rather than looking at multiple different flights outbound and inbound, it will tell you for that particular fare you can either go out on the 8:35 arriving 7:30 in the morning flight London to Dubai, or the 9:45 flight arriving at 8:35 in the morning. And here are your list of return times that you could use this particular fare, as it's all available. For the time being, we could simply click on this and press the book now option, and you are in a situation where you can book your flights. Before I do so, we will actually go back and modify our search, as we would like to show you quickly the multiple flight destination searches. Again, if you click on the multi-flight destination search, it will take you to this page, and what we shall do is we shall go from London, again remembering to tab and select the departure airport. We will go to Dubai for a few nights, and let's go in a hotter time of the year, shall we? Should we go in May 2014, and we shall depart on the 9th. From Dubai, we'd also like to go to the Maldives. So we're actually going to do a twin centre here, Dubai, the Maldives. Let's spend, say, 3 nights in Dubai. So let's onwardly fly from the Maldives, from Dubai rather, to the Maldives on the 12th of May, which gives us a couple of nights in Dubai, depending on the arrival time of the flight from Heathrow to Dubai. Again, from Maldives, we can now go directly back to London, and the system will default the London airports. And again, it blanks out the dates that it already knows that you're travelling. And let's spend a few days in the Maldives and come back on the 21st of May. Again, should you wish, you can specify the class of service. And again, we shall book 2 adults in this particular scenario and choose the both option, as we'll be buying a flight and hotel package afterwards. So let's just do this search right now. system now searches for all the flights and availability and prices, and as we'd expect, it finds the Emirates flights. Again, we can show more flights, so if we want to pick a specific flight going on the outbound date, so let's say we would like an 8:40 flight from London to Dubai, all you need to do is just click that. From Dubai to the Maldives, we'll have a sociable time rather than 3:25 in the morning. Let's look at the 9:45 flight from Dubai to the Maldives, and on the return the cheapest available is leaving at 10 AM, and that will come straight through. Again, over here, worth looking at because it tells you whether the duration of the flight and the exact transit time, or if it's direct. So if it's direct, that's great, but obviously on the return we will be transiting over Dubai. If we were to click on the final details here, so just to show you that, the view details here, you can click on the book hotels, and if I was to finish booking the hotel here, it'll come up with the itinerary page. Here you would add in your first name and details. If you have children, you'd need to type in the date of birth, and if you have the APIS information, this is also available for you to add here. However, it is not compulsory at this stage to make the booking. On the right hand side, you'll have a summary of the flights that's been booked. It will also tell you the last ticketing date, which is also worth making a note of. Obviously, if it's within our booking conditions, which is 8 weeks prior to departure for full payment, then you have nothing to worry about. If the ticketing date is out of that, is before that time, you would obviously we'll be looking for collecting that amount of money from the client in order for us to ticket. I will quickly book this. It'll give you a summary at the bottom here of the airfare, the taxes, and the total amount payable for that particular flight. You can either save this as quote or save this as booking. If I save as booking, it actually goes and creates a PNR in the GDS for you, so this ultimately becomes a confirmed booking, or a booking where we've actually taken, or we're actually holding flights for the clients. If it's save as quote, then that simply just takes the details and puts it into a quote that you can use later on for quoting purposes. I'll click on the save as booking. This now is doing all the information, adding all the information into the booking, the details, and directly going to the GDS and creating that booking reference. And hopefully once it's come back confirmed, we will have a PNR reference number which shows you that this booking is actually live and created. This is now taking you to this page. As you'll see, we're now on what we call the booking summary page. The status of the booking is confirmed. The reason that is confirmed is because we've actually booked the flights, and the status of that flight is on a confirmation status. Here, if you were to just click on these little two white bits, it will give you your commission, VAT and commission, and the net amount payable. So if you are on a commissionable basis with us, obviously this is where you'd like to know how much money you're earning and what the VAT and commission will be. And if you click on the actual summary here, this tells you in a very easy to view format the passenger details, the flight information, the commission that you're earning, noting that we don't actually pay commission on taxes. It's only commission on the airfare amount that we do pay commission on, and that will give you a complete breakdown of the flights. And whilst you're here and you can see the flights, you can actually look into your retailer quote confirmation and see that the flight details are available here with the details underneath.